what is... I already question that all the time with life in general. Chemistry class is in full session in this game. Oh my god, please, like, just shut up. Let me play. Why? This person is just gorgeous. They're beautiful, but when I talk to them, there's just nothing there. I just want to sleep. I just don't know, bro. Help me out here. This year has been great for cozy and farming game lovers, but also the disappointments hit pretty hard. This list is all about the games I played this year, and I simply wish I didn't. And the fun part about these videos is knowing what your farming and cozy game regrets were, so let me know in the comment section. So let's start with the latest game that I reviewed, which is Critter Cafe. Before I played it, I mentioned in a Cozy Games news roundup that I hope they do something fun rather than be repetitive and boring. Sadly, this one is a snooze fest. In the beginning, I liked the critter rescue aspect, and I praised the devs for the critter animations because they're so cute. The game is also gorgeous to look at, so beautiful and vibrant. But outside of that, there's just not much substance to it. You know, like when you meet a handsome man or a beautiful woman, whatever floats your boat, and you're like, this person is just gorgeous. They're beautiful, but when I talk to them, there's just nothing there. I just want to sleep and just do something else with my time. That's literally how I feel about Critter Cafe. The majority of you agreed with my review, but I saw someone mention something that I highly disagree with, and I want to expand on that. They said that us cozy gamers are forgetting the essence of cozy games, and we're seeking challenges now. But what makes games great is them being repetitive, and they specifically point out at games like Animal Crossing New Horizons, Disney Dreamlight Valley, and Palia. Now, I can't talk about Palia because I haven't played it much, but I can talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons and Disney Dreamlight Valley because these are two games that I've played quite a bit. And honestly, if you enjoy these games for the repetitiveness that they have, it's just not the same repetitiveness that we find in Critter Cafe. Like, please, let's be real here. Both Animal Crossing New Horizon and Disney Dreamlight Valley offer a sheer amount of content, from things to collect and build to exciting incentives that encourage you to keep playing and revisiting them. Critter Cafe only offers you a few new themes to book playdates and decorate your habitat and your cafe. That's it. There's nothing else here. And when I say the only thing I enjoyed about it was the puzzles, you know that there's something wrong because you guys know me. I freaking hate puzzles. So that was the only exciting feature for me in Critter Cafe. So yes, I agree. Cozy games should be simple, easy, chill, right? Cozy, but they also need some variety to, you know, give you a fun gameplay loop. This is why we love games like Spirit Fair, Wildflowers, Disney Dreamlight Valley, Little Gator Game, Littlewood, Cat Cafe Manager, and so on. They offer fun and unique gameplay features that make it exciting for you to come back and play. And when you're paying 15 to 20 pounds for a game that just makes you feel like you've played it all in just 2 hours, I'm sorry, but that's just not the game for me. Now, I'm bringing vidIQ into this video because I know a lot of cozy creator friends watch my videos, but also I know a lot of you viewers want to start your own YouTube channels, and I want to show you this tool that's gonna make things a lot easier for you. I've been seeing vidIQ for a while. I was using their free extension that you use on your browser, but then I reached out and I was like, can I try the boost feature, please? And they were kind enough to share with me about 6 months, so I've been testing it out, and I have to say, this one is a game changer, and it gives you so much added benefits that you can have so you can up your game while making your YouTube videos. So you have tools that are going to show you when your viewers are online, and this one is a lot more accurate than the one that I see in the YouTube Studio app, and this has helped me schedule my streams when more viewers are around. They also give you recommendations on how to make your thumbnails and titles more appealing, so more people are encouraged to click and watch. You also have plenty of lessons to help you find your niche and your target audience and how to package videos in a better way, and they have so many more tools to give you more ideas about what videos to make next. Again, YouTube is trying to do that, but we've seen it in the YouTube Studio app and things are just not working. This one is actually working. With the new year coming up, many of you are looking into getting into content creation and starting your own YouTube channel. So you can try out the free web browser if you want and see, you know, what kind of gadgets you like. And if you want to explore a bit more of the more advanced features, then check out the boost. Thank you so much, vidIQ, for trusting me for the past 6 months for me to test things out and, you know, just come on board and say what I think about the tool. You guys are doing something awesome. So the next one that is gonna go in the regret list is gonna be Bandle Tale. This one had me so excited, not only for how cute it looked, but also because it came from the same developers of Graveyard Keeper. You know, I love that game, Lazy Bear Games, so of course I was excited. And it definitely has a lot more to offer than Critter Cafe does, but still, it was a big disappointment. Oh my god, the skill tree is so tedious to tackle. The map was annoying to deal with, the story failed miserably to hook me, and I had zero attachment or incentive to want to play the game just past, you know, the before you buy that I made for you, which I'm gonna pin for you in the comments. After that, the fetch quests were so unnecessary. I said this before, for example, Disney Dreamlight Valley is fetch quest heavy, but it feels regardless because the story overall is fun and the characters are, you know, cute and quirky, whereas the fetch quests here were annoying at best. The grind did not interest me whatsoever, and having to roll and unroll carpets and move your home from place to another, it was just not fun. Games are supposed to be fun, this is why we play them. If a game feels like a chore and is tedious, it's not a game for me anymore and I'm gonna have to skip it. And another one that was a serious, tedious snooze fest that I was really excited about but then was disappointed by is Amber Isle. And while the developers are still working at it, I still don't find a reason why I want to play this game ever again. I featured it on the channel when the developers first announced it, and then they were like silent for a while, then they announced it again, saying that they're going to be published by Team 17, and knowing Team 17, I was like, yes. They always publish really good games, so this is gonna be interesting, but it wasn't. I played the game and I found myself completely turned off by it. The amount of bugs was off-putting, the management elements were underwhelming, and the characters quickly grew annoying. The haggling system is fun at first, but there's just so many unnecessary dialogue and tantrums being thrown around if you don't know what your paleo folk actually want. Customizing the shop was not the most intuitive. The game feels early access at best. The controls need a lot more work. The camera clipping into the trees and the walls when exploring was tedious to deal with. This is something that Critter Cafe also dealt with, by the way. So when your game again feels tedious to play, I'd rather go play something else, and you know, if you're not gonna respect my time, just let me play something else. Also, if you've watched my review, a couple of you mentioned that I was placing the house in the wrong area, but I wasn't. Even when I went to the area that is unlocked, the first area where you're supposed to put the house, the game just wouldn't let me put the house down. Also, why are we ignoring the fact that every time I initiated placing the house, the game would just send me into the clouds and I need 3 hours minimum to make my way back into the unlocked areas? Like, that's not okay. Why are we ignoring that? Anyways, I was in touch with the devs when this happened. They acknowledged what happened, and I hope this clears things up. I was not placing the house in the wrong place. Thank you. The next one is Garden Path. This one, I was hoping it's gonna be like Animal Crossing because that's what the devs promised. It's gonna have like a everyday bite-sized sessions, you play a little bit, it syncs with real life time. So I was like, cool, let's check it out. Complete disappointment. As soon as I played, you have like this quick tutorial that helps you understand the basic, and then you're just quickly left in this world, which is pretty big, and I had no idea what I'm supposed to do. I love games that give me like a balance of let me hold your hand a little bit and then let you wander off and do whatever you want. This game just lets you loose, like you're off to fend for yourself. Plus the UI is one of the most unintuitive UIs I have seen in a while. This whole game should be called The Lost Path because the constant emotion that I was feeling was, I'm lost, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, where do I go? Like, I just don't know, bro. Like, help me out here. You know, in games like Cozy Grove, which are similar to this one, you have constant daily quests that you need to do, like to collect logs and expand your camp, or in Animal Crossing, you have seasonal fish and bugs to gather, you've got your shops to expand, museums to unlock, and, you know, expand and whatnot. But in here, it's like, my question the whole time was, what is the purpose of this? And I already questioned that all the time with life in general, so I was like, at least with the game, like, give me some purpose, please. And another one that I did not enjoy is called The Last Alchemist. And you know, I love alchemy-based games, magic games-based. That's why I love games like Potionomics and Potion Permit, for example. This one has a pretty interesting story that is a bit darker than your usual cozy games, and the characters that you meet are these quirky little mushrooms that you're trying to help out. You explore the map and you slowly unlock new areas while gathering resources and crafting more and more machines. However, it got boring pretty quickly because it is a game that actually ties you up way too much. So this is when you're doing too much hand-holding. But then also Also, not really. So there's this feature where you need to create alchemy properties. Yes, chemistry class is in full session in this game. But to make these properties, I genuinely have no idea for the life of me how to do them. I even looked it up on the wiki and nothing made sense to me. Also, the inventory is annoying because it's in the form of puzzles. Think synthesis in Atelier Games or Potion Permit's way of making up potions. So you need to fit in these blocks to fill up your inventory. And then add to that, the controls are finicky, and even storing stuff has to be done one by one. With a game that is all about resource collecting and management, a bit of quality of life updates and options would have been a game changer. But yeah, this one failed to hook me miserably. And we're halfway through our list. You guys have said this in the previous video. I'm filming all of these today. Your girl is suffering from bronchitis. Good times, GG's. So please do me a favor, and if this video is beneficial, squish the like and subscribe button so YouTube pushes this video to more cozy and farming game lovers who might be interested in, you know, saving their wallet and saving a few bucks here and there. So this next one did not release this year. It came out, I think, last year, but I finally got to playing it this year. I played the demo last year. The full game this year, Bear and Breakfast. Have you heard of this one? You know, it has everything that I love in a cozy management game. You know, I grew up playing tycoon games. Let me know if you've played these, because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who grew up loving these kind of games as a kid. But anyways, seeing that it has resource collecting, crafting, managing a hotel, and all of that, 100% Miss Bubbles approved. So what went wrong? What in the world are these controls? They are so unintuitive that playing this game is extremely frustrating. After that, the endless amounts of dialogue. Listen, I love storytelling in games. If the story is good, I will sit and read or listen or whatever the case may be. But when it's like, oh my god, please, I was just skipping through the dialogue. It's just like, please, like, just shut up, let me play. And add to that, the cherry on top of the damn cake is the backtracking that you do from hotel to hotel. Is just unnecessary. You know, in farming games, if they give us multiple plots, most of the time, I'm just gonna try and stick to one. Even with Sunhaven, you know, we have to go to the other ones, but I'm just like, why? Here you expand and buy new hotels and you keep going back and forth between them, and everything just takes so much time to do in this damn game. It felt like they just tried to make things take time so they can bloat how long the game overall is. Like, yeah, the art style is cute and it's just like, it's different, but there's just not much for me to praise here. Chef RPG was also one of the biggest disappointments of this year for me and to the majority of you, surprisingly, who watched my video. This game has so much potential, but the developers should have left it in the oven to bake for a year or two. The combat is pretty tedious, which you need to do to collect resources for cooking if you don't have a vegan restaurant. The bugs were overwhelming to sit through and they were breaking my game, which made me just furious and I just gave up on it. For $20 with a game that is incomplete and still in early access with so many bugs and problems, lack of quality of life features, and repetitive nature with not much variety in what you collect, and the lack of polish again, including typos, is just unacceptable for a $20 early access game. My full review will show you all of the gripes. I'll leave it for you if you want to check it out. But there were a couple of games that I also want to talk about, but I did not personally play them. I wanted to, but we have amazing content creators on this planet that make this, you know, like, I'll see a game and then I'm like, oh, apparently it's bad. You know what? Let me skip it. So Josh from Josh's Gaming Garden and Min from Nintendo Gaming suffered for us, and I asked them, I was like, hey, what was your gripe with these games? So let's go over them. We have Josh, who first said, Orange Season, a generic farming sim that manages to make every basic mechanic like planting crops as frustrating as possible, and where all of the characters, including the main protagonist, are extremely insufferable. I don't know about you, but reading these comments, pass. Next one, he said Oriental Valley, from most characters being identical white blobs to cows lifting weights on top of all of the mismatched assets. Oriental Valley makes absolutely no sense and feels like a bad fever dream. It's funny in a way, but none of it is actually enjoyable. Again, reading this, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. pass. No, thank you. He also said, in New Leaf Memories, not only is it a clunky and buggy, but also completely soulless. NPCs repeat the same self-introductions every day, all town buildings are identical, and the world is nothing but trees and way too many wild animals running around randomly. I saw his gameplay. I really wanted to play this based off the trailers. Seeing the gameplay, I was like, yep, next. Then we have Min. She was talking about Garden Witch Life. She said, this was a disappointment for me due to its slow and boring pace, its failure to provide a guided explanation on how things work and what to do, plus so many other things were wrong, confusing with the game. Knowing how patient she is with games, I know if I played this game, I would have pulled my hair, so skip that as well. And anyways, I saved the best for last. The meme of our channel, the meme of our Discord server, the best Chucky in the world, and the fastest snail ever. Chilltown. I have 2 videos of this already, one for my review for it, and one because the devs decided to block me and every other person who reposted my tweet about it. If you want to catch up on that lore, I'll leave it for you. But this game was an absolute mess. I was hopeful that, you know, it's like a cute farming game with some Animal Crossing vibes and, you know, some cute and chill vibe, yeah. But this game was the total opposite, with characters that felt like they were out to get me. The animations were not it. Things were just not making sense. Like, why in the world is there furniture in a fridge that you can buy them from? Like, what? The UI was barren and clunky. The world feels unlively and dead. So much clipping when gathering resources, and I can go on and on. But you guys, I want to know, what was your worst farming and cozy games that you played this year? And if you want some more positive games, check out this video next. It's my 10 out of 10 farming and cozy games that I played in 2025. Thank you to my YouTube and Patreon bubblies who make videos like this possible, and a shout out goes to the Game Dimension, Jake Logan, and Stephanie for going the extra mile. Until next time, stay bubbly.